I think this is the earliest I've been up and filmed ever. Wow. First of all, I wanted to apologize for not uploading yesterday. I know you guys don't care that much, and a lot of you guys were like, it's not a big deal, but I feel like it's a big deal, especially with anxiety and OCD. I'm just like, I need a schedule, and if I don't follow the schedule, I panic. So I'm really sorry for not uploading yesterday. Yesterday was rough. I feel a little bit better today. I was like incredibly sick yesterday and I don't know where it went. I mean, you can still kind of hear it in my voice. I'm still nasally, but I don't feel nearly as shitty as I did yesterday. Like, it was bad. My grandpa had bronchitis, and I don't think I have bronchitis. I think I just have like a cold, but I think I got it from him. I mean, I'm not really sure how that works. I probably sound stupid, but my grandpa was really sick, and so I think I might have caught something from him. I don't know. Today, or like this morning, it just seems like more of a cough than anything else. My nose is a little bit stuffy, but big whoop. Yesterday I had no voice and it was like disgusting. So here we are, feeling better, feeling refreshed. This is actually not the video that I planned on filming for today, but I wanted to do something a little bit easier for today so that I could get it up and make sure that it's up. And then the video I was gonna upload yesterday was just like reading paranormal stories, and I'm gonna upload that tomorrow, so Friday. I'm also going to try, hello airplanes. I can't open, oh, I got it. I'm gonna try to upload 2 scary stories this weekend, so you're probably literally gonna have a video Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sorry about it. I just really want to get the basement story out because I don't want to make you guys wait for it. I also have another story that I'm really excited to be reading on my channel, and so I want to get that up as soon as possible. And so to get that up, I have to finish the series that I'm on, so we're gonna do that, maybe. No promises yet. For this video, I wanted to do like another Ouija board recap where I basically take the last 2 videos that I've done. I'm not gonna focus so much on the GOATMAN bridge. I'm gonna focus a lot on the Ouija board I did with T in Arizona. If you guys haven't seen those videos, I'll have them linked down below, obviously. But I wanted to make a couple statements about the GOATMAN bridge Ouija board, and I just feel like these videos are necessary, at least for myself, and hopefully for you guys, because a lot of you guys have questions on a lot of these videos, and a lot of you guys make really amazing observations, and I like to point them out because I know not everybody sits there and scrolls through the comments and they're like, oh yeah, so I just like to shove them in your face, you know. I think the only thing I really want to say about the GOATMAN bridge is a lot of you guys were really harsh on, not myself, but on Molly and on Dylan. Sorry, Dylan, if you're watching this. Molly was the girl that I met on the bridge, and she invited us to do the Ouija board with her. Well, I kind of asked, but she said yes. She was the sweetest person. They were both so kind to us, and I mean, they didn't have to hang out with us or let us film them or anything like that. I think they were very excited to be filmed because they had already been doing the Ouija board, and they were like, oh shit, like, it's just something cool to look back on to see like what you caught or what they said, because you know, you forget things like that. Like, I forget a lot of the sessions I've had and I have to go back and watch them because I just have a bad memory. But I think they were really excited. And then to see comments, it kind of sucks because you were so excited and you thought the session went so well. I had fun. I had so much fun. While we were doing it, did I think Dylan talked a bit too much? Yes. He was the cameraman, so his voice is in my microphone. But I love Dylan, and I invited him for a reason. He's one of my only friends who will like do these things with me, because a lot of my friends aren't exactly for it, or some of my friends are afraid of it. Dylan didn't have to come, but he did, and I appreciate him so much for that. Again, hey Dylan, what's up? I doubt you're watching this, but that's fine. Is it even focused? I can't even tell if it's focused. It's probably not gonna be focused this whole video, that's fine. I guess my only thing is, like, I understand if you guys were frustrated during the video, or if you thought some things were wrong or some things were bad. I get that, I totally get that. And I'm always open for the criteria. Is that what it is? Like, you guys can critique me all you want, I don't mind. But I feel like at the same time, like, cut people some slack. Like, they didn't know anything about the Ouija board, they didn't know the rules. I had just met them, so I felt weird being like, okay, Ouija board 101, let's go over all the rules. I just joined in on their session, and I wanted to do it their way because I joined in on their session. I did like point out things here and there. I'd be like, okay, don't take your fingers off the board, or maybe don't do this. I just wanted to say, like, just be careful, just be nice. Everybody be nice on my channel, please. Just everybody be nice. I got a lot of hate on my first Ouija board video, and I deserved every bit of it, but I don't think that it's always necessary. Like, I've learned a lot and I know a lot about the board now, so I don't get as much hate now. Most of the hate now is like, this is fake, but it's like, who cares? But that I was kind of just like, I feel bad because it's my video and I put it out there and now people are attacking them, and I'm just like, Okay, but now let's move on to the session that I had with T a couple of days ago, or like a week ago. Again, if you guys haven't seen that video, I suggest watching it first because you're probably not going to understand anything I'm talking about. I have a long list of things that I want to talk about and go over, and things that I'm questioning myself. Maybe you guys have answers for it, or maybe you guys saw things that I didn't. I also have screenshots of your guys' comments, which are things that I want to talk about more. So let's just get this shit going. I want to start this off by saying that it is official. T and I are connected to each other, and that terrifies me. I love T and I trust her, and I think she is who she says she is, but at the same time, like, just the off chance that she isn't, I have somebody connected to me. And I've never experienced anything weird. Like, I've never experienced anything that I would deem paranormal in my apartment, but when we were talking to T in Arizona, there was a point where we asked if Hank or Hop were there. She said Hop was and Hank wasn't. And we asked why she could sense us and he couldn't. And we asked if she was connected to me, and she said yes. So T is connected to me, and that's okay. I figured, I guess, that would happen. It makes sense that would happen because I talk to her all the time and I have this weird relationship with her. Somebody commented on a video, I think I screenshotted this because I thought it was so funny. Somebody said, I keep wondering how more people haven't seen this. Like, this shit is so amazing. Y'all have an actual relationship with a spirit. Like, what the hell? And I just thought that was the funniest thing because I guess I've never really thought of it like that before. I've talked about how I hate the dramatic Ouija board videos because they're annoying to me because that's not how Ouija boards work. I mean, I'm sure crazy shit happens and crazy shit has happened in the past, but like, I don't know. I just feel like they're just over dramatic. And so I thought it was funny that somebody was like, what the fuck, bitch, you're talking to this like it's normal. Like, and somebody was like just casually talking to a ghost. I just think all those comments were so funny to me. I don't know why. But that being said, I do think that I can talk to T while I'm here in Texas. I don't have a lot of people, like I said, who will do the Ouija board with me, so it's hard. But I do have a friend that I made here, and she's not a YouTuber or anything like that, but she knows I make videos, and she did a Ouija board with her family, like, I don't know how long ago, a couple days ago, like on Thanksgiving or something, or not Thanksgiving, Christmas. Well, and I think I can convince her to do the Ouija board with me. If you're watching this, hey buddy, want to do the Ouija board with me? And the next thing I want to talk about was actually Hank, because somebody had this theory that Hank has moved on out of purgatory, and that's why he hasn't been there the past 2 sessions, which I was just like, oh my god, like that makes so much sense, and it breaks my heart because I never get to talk to him again. But I hope that he moved on and he's happy, because it makes me sad that we won't get to ever know, I guess. I also wanted to say the reason I haven't done a theories on Hank video is because after that session, just finding out that he went to a high school near mine, like my rival high school, and knowing his age and stuff like that, I just felt like pulling names from so recent and putting them on the internet and talking about them, I feel like it's too much. T, I feel like was a little bit of a different story because she was from California and it wasn't something so close to home, but I felt like Hank, I don't know, I just felt weird doing a video about that. I hope you guys understand that. I don't even know if that really makes sense to most people, but I just felt like, especially people from Arizona, from like my hometown, watched the video, I felt like it would just be like a lot to put into a video, so that's why I haven't really done a video like that, and I apologize. I feel uncomfortable doing it, so I'm not gonna do it. But somebody commented and they were like, what if Hank moved on? The last time you guys played, Hop said he didn't know where he was, and maybe he left purgatory or left the realm of your home. I mean, it's possible that he could have left just where my house is and he's not hanging out with T and Hop anymore. He moved on, he found new friends. That's totally possible. And T also said that he doesn't feel us like the way that she does, so he can't sense when we want to talk to him the way that T could sense when we wanted to talk to her and she like came back to us. I don't know how that works, so. But it's also possible that he just moved on and that he left. I mean, I think he had been there longer than T. I think that's why he was a little bit stronger than her. But you never know, maybe he was just like, let's see what happens, and he moved on and he's no longer in purgatory or wherever they are. And I wanted to talk about that as well. Purgatory to most people is like a place, I think it's like an in-between, something about punishment. I don't exactly know. I mean, let's Google it, we'll read the definition. A place or condition of temporal punishment. So like it's basically an in-between, and it's also a place, I guess, where you can get purified to go to heaven. I don't really know all about that stuff, but we're gonna move past that. Me and my sister, the sister that I do the Ouija board sessions with, we were kind of talking about it, and I think that they just adapt to the words that we use without really understanding what they mean. So they understand that by purgatory we mean an in-between, so an in-between life and death. They've passed away, but they haven't fully moved on yet, so that's what we say purgatory is. But I don't think they understand like the definition of purgatory. Like they probably don't call it that. There's probably something else that they call it, which I should have asked, but it's so hard for T to spell things out sometimes that sometimes I just feel bad making her spell things, or maybe they just call it the in-between. I don't fucking know. But I don't think it's literally purgatory, or like our definition of purgatory, or like the Catholic definition of purgatory. I think it's just something that we said and we were like, oh, is it like an in-between? And she was like, sure. Same thing with like demons, which I thought this was very interesting. We asked her if there were other beings where she is, and she said yes. And we said, are they like animals? She said no. We said, are they like demons? And she said yes. But she also said that she's stronger than them. So I feel like they're not actually demons, like it's not Satan just hanging out in purgatory. I feel like they're just these beings that are not necessarily good, but they're not necessarily demons. Do you guys know what I mean? Like they're evil, they're bad, and they're annoying, maybe like little tricksters, but I don't think they're like these horrible people. Like I don't think they're demons or anything like that. But I think because that's what we refer to them as, you know, they're not good, they're bad, she's like, yeah, sure, these people are bad, so they're demons, right? So I think that maybe they just kind of get words mixed up. They just kind of use what we use, and they're like, yeah, I guess. Did any of that make sense? I hope that made sense. I don't think they're literally in purgatory, this place of punishment, and I don't think they're literally demons surrounding us or anything like that. Zozo probably exists in some form, but I don't think every time your board says Zozo that it is Zozo, and people get mad at me for saying that out loud, but like, oh well. Because at one point during the session too, so basically the whole time T was fighting with this person, and we don't know their name. She never told us their name. She didn't even know. I think it was a girl. Yes, it was a girl. And at one point this girl took over and she went to Z, and I was like, that's not funny. And she was like, no, it's not funny. And I'm like, exactly, because they just do it because they want to do it, and they're like, hey, I'm gonna say I'm Zozo, and it's like, shut the fuck up. I also wanted to tell you guys, because a lot of people were like so sad, and they were like, it hurt every time that she said that she wasn't okay. But the reason I was asking her every 2 seconds if she was okay was because the planchette would move kind of weird, or it would go to like a random letter like that had nothing to do with what we were asking. And so I'd be like, are you okay? And by that I meant, are you fighting over the board? And she would go to no, like she's not okay, which means like she's fighting over the board. Hope that makes sense. Hope this whole video makes sense. I'm still sick, so I have like sick brain, which means my brain is just like gone. But I didn't mean are you okay in the sense that like you're in danger or anything like that. She could overpower them, and she was stronger than them, and she was just like, you're annoying, and she was fine. She was fine during the session. She was not in danger, I promise. She was just saying no, she's not okay, as in like, give me a second to get this girl away from me. And that was crazy too, because every time she would say no and I'd be like, okay, go to 8 when you're ready, or go to the D and goodbye when you're ready, it would take anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. I think at the most we did wait 10 minutes for her to move the planchette, which is why, again, that video was, or not again, I haven't said this yet, which is why that video was so choppy. And I hate making the Ouija board videos choppy. I like it to be one long video where I fast forward in some parts, because it's annoying to like sit there and it's like cut through, because then it just looks dumb. But I had to cut through it because it was like 10 minutes of us being like, just waiting. I also thought it was interesting that Hop left randomly during the session. Like, he could have spoken to us. And then also Riley wasn't there anymore, apparently. Riley was only there for like, I feel like this is like a TV show. I'm like, Riley was there for 1 episode, and then Hop was there, but then Hop left mid-season. I don't know, that's just, I feel like that's how I'm talking about this. Like, this is so casual. But somebody was also saying that we should talk to the girl, and I don't think it was, because I think Riley was a boy. I'm pretty sure, because I think this was like the first girl we've seen since T. Like, this, it was like amazing. But a lot of you guys were commenting saying that we should just talk to her, because it could be the same situation as Hop, where T just like didn't like him because he kept trying to take the board, and maybe she's not bad. But I feel like I trust T a lot, and it makes me nervous. And at one point T was like, okay, you can talk to Hop. So I feel like if anything, I'm gonna wait for her to give me the okay to talk to this person, whoever they are, the nameless spirit. And so I'm gonna wait for T to be like, okay, I just don't like her because she tried to take it. I'm just being petty, I'm just being bitter, but you can talk to her. So I'm gonna wait for that day. I feel like it's like rude to T. I don't know. I have a connection to T, okay? We've already established that, so I feel bad. I'm just gonna listen to her like she's my friend. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait it out. I'm also sorry that I didn't film another Ouija board video while I was there. That's 100% my fault. I don't really have an excuse for that. But like I said before, I do think I can contact T while I'm here. So hopefully I can do that soon, and hopefully I don't have to go to Arizona every time I want to have a Ouija board session. It's gonna suck because I most likely won't speak to Hop or maybe even Hank, but we can always speak to them later on when I do visit Arizona. I think T is like my main priority right now. Sorry Hop, sorry Hank, if you can hear me for any fucking reason, but T is my priority. I love her. I think I have like 2 more things that I want to touch on, and then I promise I'll shut the fuck up. Oh, somebody was like, ask T if she knows if somebody's a demon or not. Like, can they sense it, or are they clueless? I think they can sense it, because I don't think it's like a person. I think it's like a demon or whatever they are, like this evil person. She basically said that they're just energies who kind of float around, and I thought that was really interesting. My brother made a good point. He was like, how do they know their age or their gender or anything like that? Like, how do they know what they look like? And my sister was kind of like, I think you just know. It's kind of like a part of them. Like, you look at them and it's a part of their energy. And I mean, we don't know what they see or what they sense, so it's like we have no idea. But I feel like they're just things that you know. I mean, I have to ask her, obviously, because I don't fucking know. So I want to go more in depth with that next time I talk to T, and hopefully she can give me more insight to all of that. And somebody was also questioning, they were like, well, how do we see these human figures if they're literally just energies floating? But that kind of makes sense to me, because we can't see them all the time. Like, obviously we don't do a Ouija board and we see T standing there, and Hank standing there, and Hop standing there, and Riley and nameless person. So I feel like they're energies, but when they get strong enough, they can manifest themselves, and when they manifest themselves, that's when you see this person standing there, or this human figure standing there. I don't think they're always these human figures. I think it takes all that they have to just create this human form, and that's them manifesting themselves, but then once they're done with that, they just turn back into their little energy floating thing. I mean, that would make the most sense to me. Again, I don't know. These are just things, like theories that I have and things that I think about all the time, and I was like, that makes sense. That makes the most sense, so I'll ask T about that as well. I have all these things saved so I can like bring them up next time. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to talk about, this was the craziest thing to me, and somebody commented and they totally tried to ruin all of my excitement with this, but my brother was asking questions, and my brother wasn't playing on the board. My brother was like way in front of us, and they were answering, like T was answering his questions, which I thought that you had to be playing the game like with your hands on the board or on the planchette for them to be able to answer your questions, but like that's not true. My camera's gonna stop recording. By the way, every time I say my camera stops recording, that means I've been recording for 25 minutes, so if that doesn't tell you how much I talk, I don't know what does. But my brother would be asking questions. He would be asking us so that we could ask the board, and then she would just answer for him, and I guess that happened during the GOATMAN bridge, but I don't recall that like at all. I feel like Dylan would ask a question and I would reiterate the question, like I'd be like, okay, this is, you know, what he said, because I didn't think that that was possible. I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm just like being crazy and that's like a thing, but I don't remember that being a thing. I feel like you have to be touching the planchette and actually playing for anything to work. I also feel like too that she had more energy because I had so many people in the room. We had 3 people watching us who actually said during the session, I left it in on purpose because I wanted all the people who say this is fake to understand. My friend Kendall came over, who doesn't necessarily believe in the Ouija board and anything like that, and she literally was sitting on the floor watching, and she during the middle of it was like, I didn't believe any of this before I came here today, but I'm sitting at the perfect angle to tell that neither of you are moving this thing. And that was like, yes, that's like the perfect thing for me, because I could say it a million times that these are not fake and that I could never fake these even if I wanted to, but there's still gonna be people who doubt me, and I just was like, thank God somebody who doesn't believe in this stuff was like, holy shit, this is real, because that's like, that's all I need. I'm done. You guys can all say it's fake now. That's all I needed in life. But I was like, thank you, because it's real, and so I don't know how to make it seem any more real. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's not even possible. But I genuinely thought it was the craziest thing that he could ask questions and she could respond. And somebody made a comment. Let me find it. They said, if your brother can ask T questions without his hand being on the planchette, can you take your hands off of it and her energy move it by herself? I don't think so. Mainly because if my hand comes off the planchette at any point during it, or my sister's, it stops. Like, I think she needs that. I don't know why. I'm not really sure what the significance of it is, but I don't think it's possible for her to move it without us there. I feel like she kind of like goes through us. And that kind of sounds scary, but I feel like she uses us as like, I don't know. I could try it, I guess, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. I think I just have so much spit in my mouth right now. It's a really interesting concept, and I totally could try it out. I mean, it's not like, if it doesn't work, then it's all a lie. My brother was also saying, like, do you think me and my girlfriend could use it and we would talk to her? And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, you could try, but he was too nervous to try. They didn't want to do it. I was talking to them about it though, and I was like, I wonder if she would come through as quickly for you guys if I'm in the room. I feel like if I wasn't there, she wouldn't come through at all, because you guys know the first time that we talked to her, we thought she was this like evil person and we didn't want to talk to her. We thought she was telling us to run. Well, she was, but okay, long story. If you guys haven't watched these videos, go catch up, because you're gonna have no idea what I'm talking about. But like the first time we talked to her, we had no idea that we were going to, first of all, come this far. Second of all, that she was like this amazing and sweet, just teenage girl. Even like the second and third time we spoke to her, it took us a while to get her to come through. Like the second time took an hour and a half. The third time took probably 30 minutes or so. Now we can get her to come through pretty quick, 5 to 10 minutes. But I feel like it's because she like knows us, which is weird, but I feel like that makes sense. So like if my brother or a random person was trying to contact her, I feel like it would take her a while, because you know, she's not comfortable with you and she has to get comfortable with you. She has to warm up to you and talk to you and be like, I'm T, and I don't know. I think that's all that I had. I hope, because I've been talking for a while. A lot of you guys were pointing out that there were voices at 20 minutes. I don't think so. I think it was all my siblings and my friend talking, because they were pretty close to the camera, but I'm gonna pull up the video and I'm gonna see if I can hear it. Very hesitant to believe that it is actually anything. I do think it was just my siblings talking. So let's see. What do you mean something went wrong? No, stop saying something went wrong. It's not letting me go past fucking 12 minutes. Okay, we're gonna have to watch this on my computer. So you guys are gonna have shitty lighting for a second. Oh, this is really close. Just too personal for me. We're just gonna wait for my computer to turn on, and then we'll see what the fuck is up, Kyle. Did I just turn my computer off? Ugh. Fucking bumped it with my knee. I feel like my neighbors can hear me at all times and they're just like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? This is way too much effort. Come on, my phone has to work. This is so dumb. Did you guys like the title of my Ouija board video? I thought it was so funny, but then I felt so lame after I posted it. Okay, it's working. Okay, let's go to 20 minutes and see if we hear anything.
Rude. That's our voice could say hi.
Oh no, that's them talking. They were whispering to each other. That's why you see me look up and I'm like, huh? Because I thought they were talking to me. Yeah, no, that was just them. That was nothing crazy or important or anything. So this part of the video is completely unnecessary. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am going to try to get this up as soon as possible. Well, actually, no, I'm not, because it's like 10 a.m. and this video doesn't have to go up till like 5. So never fucking mind. But I love you guys. And again, sorry for not uploading yesterday, but I hope this makes up for it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.